I'm happy to be fighting at home. I have a lot of fans coming, a lot of people. Sometimes I've fought in Asia, I fought far away, so they couldn't come to support, so I'm happy that a lot of my family and friends are going to be here. I'm happy to fight in the city close by. This city means a lot to me, so I'm happy to be close by and fighting. I know he's kind of game all around. He's coming with strikes, takedowns. You know, he's an MMA fighter, so I'm happy to fight a game opponent who showed up on weight, ready to fight.
We know that he's a stand-up fighter, but we've prepared for everything. I'm sure he has good grappling as well, so we're prepared for everything. Getting to Toronto means a lot. I have a lot of people coming and supporting, and it motivates me a lot.
Here we go. For your next contest, scheduled for 3 rounds in the flyweight division. Making his way out to the blue corner, this is Hashmat Sarwary.
Hashmat Sarwary making his way out for his professional mixed martial arts debut. Robin, the one thing we know about Hashmat Sarwary is that he's a product of Bruckman martial arts, which means right off the top, he's going to be very well trained.
All right, we're going to talk about a lot of these real OGs that deserve a lot of attention here, that have, you know, every root of the martial arts tree, every branch of it comes from somewhere. And in Canada, it's these gentlemen and women that are going to come out here tonight.
Yep.
Justin Bruckman is one of them. I believe Justin Bruckman's 3rd professional mixed martial arts fight was against a man named George St. Pierre. I mean, this guy has fought everybody. He's a wonderful human being. There you see him to the right of your screen wearing the hat backwards. Justin, that hat doesn't look right on you, sir. But yes, when you come from his gym, you will be well trained, well prepared, mentally strong, and yeah. It's so good to see all of these guys that pioneered the fighting game now bringing up the young fighters, you know. It's a wonderful thing. Jeff Johnson was out earlier. We see Justin Bruckman. You're going to see Scott McLean. You're going to see Dennis Kang, a real OG of fighting.
Rory McDonald's coming out later.
Sir. A lot of good human beings that are great martial arts instructors.
Now, when you look at this matchup, Hashmat Sarwary stepping in for this fight, we don't know a lot about what he can do in the cage because we don't have results on amateur fights. This is his professional debut. He's a bit of a mystery, but when the title fight tonight is for the vacant PFC flyweight title, you're looking at a fighter in Hashmat Sarwary training under Justin Bruckman, who clearly has eyes on that gold.
For sure. And listen, when you train with Justin, what he's going to make sure you're able to do is blend everything together. You know, how will you do on the ground? How do you do fighting? And the reason he can put that standing on the ground, all the wrestling, all of it together, is because he kind of sees it all as one thing. That's what the true martial arts masters today, they're not really training these things in fragmented ways. They're not seeing it in fragmented ways. It's all free fighting. It's all part of the same organism. And Justin is one of those coaches who really understands that and really shares that with his kids.
Let's bring out his opponent with Mr. Throwdown.
And his opponent, making his way out to the red corner, please welcome Binaebi Otoru.
Binaebi Otoru is a product of Crew Lynn. Robin, you and I know him very well. He's trained a lot of great fighters. He was right at the beginnings of the careers of names like Josh Hill, like Lyndon Whitlock. Yeah. This is a man who can produce fighters. Otoru is 0-1 as a professional. Lost his debut at TKO 36 to Louis Jourdain on November 4th of 2016. However, he is a very experienced kickboxer. This moment will not be too big for him.
Yeah, Dennis Purick, Shane Campbell. I mean, Crewlin has produced some real fighters. And what do they all have in common is real inhuman grit. To even get to a point that Crew will walk you out and be in your corner, it shows how tough you are, because that gym environment that he creates, they love each other, they protect each other, but they push each other very hard. So expect a ton of grit, good skill, good clean technique, but a ton of grit and heart here, because that's what we can expect from Otoru, because that's what Crewlin expects from his fighters.
Now, one thing that we know, with Justin Bruckman training Hashmat Sarwary, he is going to have a very well-rounded game. Binaebi Otoru is a kickboxing specialist, and he's trained under one of the best in Crew Lynn. But that could be a difference in this fight. If it stays standing, Otoru is very comfortable in that moment. Sarwary may want to drag this down.
Yes, he may. Sometimes, too, you pretend to do that. These are the things, again, when you have this complete view of fighting as all one thing, you start to blend these things, imply that you're going to grab something or move towards a grappling environment. Use that response to open up yourself and land big punches, because when a kickboxer, somebody who's moving forward, trying to bludgeon you, is coming through space, they're committed, and you can walk them in and you can impale them on one of your shots. So that ability to blend it all together allows you to open up certain weapons. It's going to be very interesting. And you know, only 5 years ago, this conversation would be redundant because they're so young that really they're just going to go out and go. But you'll see, as soon as these guys start, they're going to be ready to be able to operate like real pro mixed martial artists, because that's what they are.
Otoru hasn't been in the cage professionally in 4 years. He looks like he fought yesterday. He is very relaxed stepping in.
I also see Adrian Woolley in his corner. So
The
Adrian
bully.
Woolley is one of the great wrestlers ever. So that element is going to be part of his game.
Back to Mr. Throwdown.
Here we go, PFC fight fans. The following contest is being brought to you by Proper Number 12 Irish Whiskey, Cool Kids Ice and Water, Advanced Nutrients, and Northern Lights. Scheduled for 3 rounds in the flyweight division, here are your fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks, standing 5 feet 6 inches tall, he weighed in at 124.2 pounds. He's a freestyle mixed martial artist representing Cal Samrit Martial Arts. He comes to the PFC cage looking for his first professional victory with a record of 0-1. Fighting out of and representing Whitby, Ontario, ladies and gentlemen, here is Hashmat Sarwary. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the yellow and white trunks. Standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, he weighed in at 126 pounds. He's a Muay Thai specialist representing Crew Aline's House of Champions. Also making his way to the PFC cage, looking for his first professional victory, also with a record of 0-1. Fighting out of and representing Hamilton, Ontario, ladies and gentlemen, here is Binaebi, the Nigerian King, Otoru. Referee Todd Anderson with final fight instruction.
Now, if you noticed, they didn't introduce Sarwary as a Ruckman product. It's because out in that area, Oshawa, Whitby, that whole area around Ontario, they have an alliance where so many of those gyms cross-pollinate and share with each other. And that's why Coach Bruckman is in his corner. So they share information in that area of Canada very, very well.
That is an interesting setup, and we're going to see how that pays off for Hashmat Sarwary. I wonder if there may have been a bit of a typo on Sarwary, because all the evidence that I've found, Robin, I don't have him as ever being in a professional fight.
Well, we do pretty well here. I mean, down in some areas, Brazil and South America and Asia, it's very difficult to find anything. You can end up fighting a guy with 40 fights and there's nothing on him, whereas here, that's very rare. But, yeah, so we talked about Otoru and the gold and the yellow and white. About how he's a Muay Thai fighter prominently, but like I said, Adrian Woolley is one of the great wrestlers that Canada's produced.
Absolutely.
And he's ultra gritty and really tough, and he pushes you really hard. So he'll be prepared in that area too. You can't just, we won't be able to assume, and neither should Sarwary, that he's not ready there.
Sarwary trying to back him down with a head kick, and Otoru blocked it, wants to step forward, goes to the legs, and there's those chopping kicks of Otoru.
Sarwary's nice and loose. They both are. This is a real good one, man. We're gonna have a couple of minutes of chaos coming up any second, because they're both thinking very, very offensively right now.
They both want to be inside. They both want to be in the pocket and let loose. Sarwary testing the waters, inside leg kick.
See Otoru, just the way he's moving right now says, I'm hunting you. And Sarwary's like, yeah, okay, that's cool, let's do this, right? And they haven't touched each other up yet, but they're both engaged in that concept right now. So someone's gonna rip someone any minute.
Sarwary missed with a left and a right, went to the inside leg kick on the way out, so he landed the end of the combination, and Otoru just missed him over the top.
Sarwary backed out straight out a couple of times, and there you see it again. He's circling around after, there it is again. He's backing straight out. So Otoru might notice that and just blitz a little harder and a little deeper. See, flashy kid.
We also know that a lot of Muay Thai exponents start off slowly. I mean, most famously, Anderson Silva would take a round to almost survey his opponent and then go in for the kill.
See,
and Otoru's starting to speed up.
You see the double jab moving through space? That's a guy who just said, hey, I noticed you're going backwards. Let's see if you still go backwards. I'll give you 2. Oh, now you're still going backwards? Then I'm going to give you a 3rd and a 4th punch or a kick. So to your point, see it? He's now going deeper in, and there it is again, right? And the counter, right? You can see this fight unfolding the way it is, because what we're really looking at is a fight. The punches and the kicks are really just the physical manifestation of what their trained nervous systems are doing, interacting with each other. So if you interpret what their bodies are doing and what the language is doing and what their intent is from experience, you can start to project where this is going. Both are looking to hurt the other one, and they're not really worrying that much about the defensive nature. Both are trying to find the moment, to finish.
Both are really starting to open up with right hands. Robin, 2 over the top. Sarwary tried it again. Went to the body there on the inside. It's the first time we've seen someone go to the body in this fight.
Also, smart.
Takedown by Sarwary. Otoru back to his feet. Sarwary right back on top of him. Otoru pops back up, looking for a body triangle from the backside is Sarwary, and I think he's got the feet set in there, Robin.
Yes, he does. And you see a lace. What you see in your screen there is his right foot. His left foot is laced in behind the thigh. So he's real strong in there. Whether the right foot is behind, it's a body triangle with a lace on the thigh. So you don't have to do a lot of work to stay here. The man has to do a lot of work to keep you here. But if we backtrack, so we saw Sarwary backing straight out. And then Otoru started to pursue him straight in. If that happens long enough, the guy moving forward, you lower your level and you cut him in half with a takedown. And that's exactly what Sarwary did there, which now, like we said, he's stringing the whole game together. The punches and the kicks and the grappling all strewn together like a one martial art.
Now Otoru trying to fight Sarwary off of his back. He's been throwing punches to the backside. Sarwary looking for a gable grip, perhaps.
He's got him.
Yeah, now he goes gable hand to hand, pulling him down. Otoru's in big trouble on this rear naked choke.
He's staying with it, and good for him, but it's...
He's trying to fight the hand off, trying to pull down on the arm. Otoru might be...
He's out. I think he's going to be out.
He's still fighting hard to get out of it, trying to separate that arm.
Wow.
Otoru really controlling the breathing.
Yeah, I love this kid, that guts that he has.
Sarwary is really trying to work those arms hard to finish this off. Look at how calm Otoru is even in danger.
Both of them are just, one man is committed to the finish.
Now Otoru finally had to give up. Sarwary, Rob, an incredible job. He kept changing his grip. As Otoru would fight the hand down, he would go to gable. He'd try palm to palm. He would do everything he could to keep a grip on those hands. He was able to pull it off. I could watch these two go again and again and again.
Yes, sir. And hey, man, I hope that Otoru is proud of the fight that he had. He was looking to do what he wanted to do. He was pushing in forward. Yes, he got taken down, but he wouldn't give it up. Like, he fought it to the end. And that's something not everybody can do. You have to learn that or train that. But some people, they gain that ability through their life experience. And this is one of those guys who the life that he's lived, combined with who he is, allows him to fight for that long. That's something he should be very proud of. But Hashmat Sarwary, of course, tonight is not only the victor, but he really controlled and shaped how that fight unfolded. It was wonderful.
Absolutely. A beautiful display of mixed martial arts at its finest. Two young fighters going after it, and it's Hashmat Sarwary who comes away with the victory. Robin Black is headed into the cage, and how about that for your entertainment value? 2 fights in, 2 first-round finishes, both by submission, both by form of choke. Binaebi Otoru, as Robin said, has a lot to be proud of, but Hashmat Sarwary is going to come away with his first professional victory as we'll go back into the cage to Mr. Throwdown.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big round of applause for both of the fighters in this cage. Your tap out came at 4 minutes, 29 seconds of the first round for your winner by rear naked choke submission, Hashmat Sarwary.
Hashmat, how are you, brother? How are you? Congratulations, man. That was a smart win over a very tough dude. Smile. Now, it looked like you laid a trap for him. As he came at you, you kept backing away, and then when he committed to it, you cut him in half. Was that where you manipulating him a little bit there?
Yeah, honestly, my corner and my teammates, they know how I spar. They know how I do it in the gym. I just have to do what I do in the gym in here, and I did do that.
For a lot of these people watching, they see all the action, but this is a smart man's game, and you're a smart man, my friend.
I'm a smart man, but not too smart, but I just listen to the coaches. That's all I do.
Well, go and enjoy it. Is there somebody you got to thank real quick?
Yes, please. I want to first and foremost my friends and family. Without them, I wouldn't be here right now. Second, I have to thank my coaches. I have to thank Rebel Alliance, my manager Brad, USG Howie. Also, I want to, last but not least, Allah. If it wasn't for him, this wouldn't happen if it wasn't for God. And I want to thank Benny's Corner for the opportunity and Prospect as well.
Well, congratulations, man. Go enjoy that. That was a very, very nice looking martial arts fight. I want to congratulate you.
Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hashmat Sarwary. Thank you, brother.
Hashmat Sarwary with a very impressive victory, picking up the rear naked choke submission.